Here we go. Have started the formation lap. What is what is Russell doing? He pulled out ahead of. That's really weird. Yeah, Russell pulled out ahead of Lando. I think Lando has gotten ahead of him properly in the formation lap. Again, I want to remind everyone that the only that the first place in this sprint is only getting 8 points, and it drops 1 point down from here. So eighth place is only getting 1 point. So right now, Gasly is the last one in the points. Hulkenberg and Lawson are right now not in points. We've got about we've got 19 laps in this race. So they're going about 100 kilometers. They figure out what is 100 kilometers and go one more lap effectively. Looking what you're saying in chat at the moment. And Norris is going to be the first to get to the start line and line up. I want to thank everyone who's here right now. We've got about over 3,000 of you here already. Thank you so much. 321 likes so far as well. JSS is asking, why are two cars in the pits? I believe that both of those cars have had a change to their suspension. So they basically they broke parc fermé effectively, and that's one of the changes that you can do to break parc fermé. So they are starting from the pit lane. Cars are lining up right now. Again, I think we are set. There we go. One light, two lights, three lights, four, five, and off they go. We are now racing in Qatar. Geez, that Marshall is not getting off the grid very quickly. So Lando has maintained the lead. He's now Oscar's rating with and Oscar's now got ahead of Russell. So it is McLaren 1-2. One of the Ferraris just passed Russell. So Russell has lost 2 spots on this start. Hamilton has moved up a spot. So Leclerc has lost a spot. That's big. They can't, right now with McLaren 1-2, it's more damage and limitation. So right now we've got Norris, Oscar, Russell, Sainz, Hamilton, Leclerc in that order. Hulkenberg has moved up. This is in 7th. Gasly is in 8th. Max Verstappen has dropped places. He's now 9th. Ooh, that's interesting. Alonso is to 10th. Magnussen is to 11th. Bottas is 12th. And that's our starting math loss position now. Yeah, well, he was up further. That's the thing, that he's dropped several places. He was higher and started much higher. Yeah, right now. So they've lined up now. They've settled down. N- This is too expected with the sprint race. Here we go. So there's a movement here, which of the Alpines is it? I think it's Stroll on out on Bottas at the moment. Yeah, right now the big winner in terms of positions, it's Hamilton and Hulkenberg. Hamilton moved up 2 positions. Hulkenberg's up 2 positions, and so that puts Hulkenberg from a ninth to into the points. Um, Verstappen is the big loser so far. Three places. Actually, there's two. So Verstappen, there's something must have happened because Lawson drops 7 places. He's actually the big loser. He started 10th. He's now 17th. So that's something going to have to take a look at what happened to Lawson. Um, Albin, another big loser, 3 places there. Max, 3 places. Again, Russell has dropped back a place, and Leclerc has dropped back a place. Again, Hamilton is one of the big winners in terms of, he's up 2 places, but and that pushes him up higher into the points, taking points away from Ferrari. So, looks like Lawson had an issue. That's going to be a question: what happened to him at the start of the race? We've got Russell coming on the back of Oscar, stalking him a bit. He's kept within the gap right now is 0.7, but it's actually it feels closer. Yeah. Do they need to pit? No. For the sprint race, they do not need to pit. Let's see if there's anything on commentary. Nothing yet on what happened to Lawson. Again, DRS is enabled was enabled on lap 2. That's one of the new changes. I mean, with sprints, it's always been lap 2, but that's something they've brought over from the sprint race to the Grand Prix itself now. Oh, here we go. We've got a battle between Oscar and Russell again. Russell can't make it any time, but he can't make it. Oscar makes a good defense, keeps ahead of him, and they go through the curve, and Oscar stays ahead of Russell. So we're going to see this multiple times. Russell's going to try this multiple times on him, and Russell's yelling that he turned into him. So showing a replay. Trying to see. So one of the things that they're looking at right now is that Max looked like he was boxed in by the Ferraris. That's how he ended up losing position. Looking at right now. No, Ferrari's not lost the world champion. There's still a lot. There's only 8 points for P1. Right now, again, Norris, it's 15 points advantage for Norris and Oscar at the moment. Looks like Max has a huge amount of oversteer in his car. Just said something. Just mentioned that on the radio that they just replayed. Ooh, Yeah, they're showing replays of basically near misses between with Russell and everyone else. So again, right now, we've got 5 laps out of 15 left to go. Again, Oscar's managed to get ahead of Russell. Hamilton managed to get it Leclerc. As the two big gainers, big losers again. Verstappen and Lawson have lost positions. Uh, Verstappen is now outside of the points looking in. He's behind Gasly, P9. Do they get another point for fastest lap in the sprint? They do not get fastest lap in the sprints. Perez last now, where did he qualify yesterday? He qualified 16th, but he started in the pit lane. Not a good showing for Red Bull this morning. Yeah, Lawson was 10th. He's now back to 17th. Sonoda, his teammate, is 18th, and then Perez is 20th. Max was starting in the points, has dropped 3 positions to 9th, is now out of the points. So looking right now in terms of any gaps, again, we've got Norris leading. We've got Oscar in DRS range, 0.6, 0.3 behind. We've got Russell still in that range. We still Stein's still in that range. Hamilton's still in range. Then we got a break. Clerk is 2.1 off of Hamilton. We've got Verstappen uh, about half a second behind Gasly, and we've got Alonso behind Magnussen 0.6. So they are bunched up. This is quite bunched up. West Franco 18th. He started in the pit lane and has passed Checo for 1 position. No, Red Bull's fourth fastest car. They're still the fourth fastest car out there. Um, he's still better. Yeah, the Red Bull's still better than Haas. Haas is having a good showing right now with Hulkenberg at 7 and Magnussen at 10th. Again, Hulkenberg getting right now at 2 points. Right now, looking at where Russell is, he is clearly still approximately 0.6 behind Oscar, so he's still in DRS range. Hulkenberg silent assassin. Again, he is currently 7th. He's 2.2 off of Leclerc. Gasly's 1.4. Max is close. Joe just got passed by Colapino. It's interesting. He's on a soft tire. He's the only one who went on a soft tire. Yeah, his soft tires looks like is dying off after the few laps already. The medium tires are outperforming him. He's the only one who went on the soft tires. And again, you take a gamble. So right now we've got Norris and still in first position. Oscar is second. He's fallen back out of DRS range. He's teetering outside of DRS range. It's back, point just above, just below that 1 second. Russell is a half a second behind Oscar at the moment. 8 tenths for Sainz, and then there's now a break from Sainz to Hamilton. He's clearly outside of DRS range. So let's go Clerk, Hamilton. Verstappen has passed Gasly into that last point position, and there's now a gap, another good DRS out of DRS gap, a second gap between those two. So Verstappen right now taking a point. Russell trying to ledge on Oscar again, and Oscar defending well, not basically not getting Oscar's keeping him out of that range. Now the effect of this is that Science is now getting closer to Russell. He's not within range to make a pass, but he's getting closer. They are in. There is a DRS train at the top now of Norris, Oscar, Russell, Science. Hamilton is out of that by 2/10. Keep an eye on that. Leclerc has moved within DRS range of Hamilton, but not. He's point 0.8 right now behind. So there's a big gap to be had. Andrew's asking me if there's prediction for the World Drivers' Championship. I'm predicting that McLaren's going to hold on to it. It is advantage right now. Again, they started before the sprint race, 24 points ahead of Ferrari. Right now, they've got 1-2, which is 15 points. Sainz is fourth. That is going to be 5 points, and then Leclerc is 6, which is another 3 points. So there's an 8 versus. So there'll be another 7-point advantage as things hold right now. We're at lap 10 of 19, so there's 10 laps to go in this race. So we're already halfway through this race. Click has taken fastest lap, though Hamilton has taken a new fastest first sector. Oh wow, Colbino managed to get ahead of. He made a pass on Checo out of the pit lane. Wow, that's ballsy. So I have to say that to do that on Checo in the pit lane, that's big. Do you think Lando and Oscar are allowed to race each other? No, not really. Not at this point. At this point, they're going to hold positions as it is. There's no reason to make a swap. Checo, have a break, have a Kit Kat. Ooh, Yamada has won chat so far. Looking at what you guys are saying, Lando's giving DR. Yes, he is giving. So that is something that's happening. Is Lando is making sure Oscar is staying within DRS range of him to help him stay ahead of Russell. So right now, Science is. So Russell just dropped back to. He's hovering around a second. He's just below it, but he's fallen back a few times above a second. So they're telling Lando to go. He can go 10th quicker to help Oscar get out of the DRS zone from Russell. So looking at what you guys are saying right now, a lot of Kit Kat jokes in chat. So box, yeah, yes. Looks like he has apparently boxed from off the soft tires to medium tires. Again, he started on soft tires. That was a gamble, and that did not pay off. Again, he's like now way off the back, 36 seconds. So Sainz right now, fastest first sector. He has the fastest lap as well, 124.904 lap. That was his last lap. Looking right now in terms of where the action is right now, Norris has the fastest second sector, Russell fastest third sector, Sainz fastest first sector in that last lap. Russell just took the fastest lap, 124.555. Here we go, and this is Hamilton and Leclerc fighting right now, and Leclerc is going to edge out Hamilton to get ahead of him. Hamilton's going for it again. And now, yep. So we just had a fight with Leclerc and Hamilton. And it's still not over. Hamilton's still stalking now Leclerc. Leclerc is going to get ahead of Hamilton. And it's now starting to get a little bit of separation. He's got 0.8 off of Hamilton right now. And he literally used Hamilton. He got on the slipstream of Hamilton and came on the inside. And that allowed him to get ahead. They went side by side for several turns. And ultimately, basically, Leclerc is going to ultimately got ahead of Hamilton through those curves. Next season is going to be interesting. Yes, yeah. These are two teammates of next year going at it. Here comes Russell. He's trying on Oscar again. He goes on the inside, can't make it. Oscar defends, and Russell has to back off. That was he. Russell tries for a lunge, and just couldn't. Was just not enough room to make it. Norris taking fastest lap. He does a 124.329 lap time. So Sainz right now. Oh, he's yelling about Russell's yelling about Oscar doing a late move. So Sainz right now is closer to Russell than Russell is to Oscar. Yeah, they're saying Oscar moved late. And when you look on the replay, it was definitely he was watching what was going on, but it wasn't. He reacted in time with essentially with Russell. There's nothing that a steward would call on that. We are lap 15 of 19. We've got 5 laps to go in this race. A lot of great defensive battles. So basically, interaction between Norris and his engineers. He's being told to help save Oscar. He's having, and here Checo coming in, and they're replacing his front wing. So the Checo has come in. I'm not even sure if he's pitted for a new front wing. I'm not even sure if there was damage, or they're trying something different on the car. At this point, it doesn't make it's there's 5 laps of testing for Perez on this point. He's that second to last. Again, right now our positions is Norris is first, Oscar second, Russell is third, Sainz is fourth. Leclerc has passed Hamilton for fifth. Hamilton is sixth. Hulkenberg is seventh, and Verstappen is that last point. The top eight are not. They're like these eight drivers are the ones who are going to be earning points. After this, Gasly is like 2.5 seconds, and he's dropping back further. Magnussen is at 1.8 further back, and it's just for seconds gaps going down the charts. We might see Sonoda might pass Lawson. Again, we're talking about 16, 17, so there's no points here. So overtook Prix. That was more via a pit stop. Signs right now with the fastest first sector. Looking at where there's any action at the moment, we got no one. They're spread out a little bit right now. No one is trying to make a move on anyone just yet. Russell has tried multiple times on Oscar, and that's been noted by Lando's engineer to him. Hamilton's dropped back over a second behind Leclerc at this point. So again, the action really is 2, 2, 3, 4 of with Oscar, Russell, Sainz. They are in a DRS train. Russell did take fastest third sector on that last lap, and Sainz sets a new fastest first sector. So the question is Sainz going to make a move on Russell anytime soon? He is in a good position to do so, and he's set back and been relaxed behind him. He needs, Ferrari needs those points. What is Perez doing in spot 20? He started in the pit lane, did not have a good start. Ultimately, they about 3 laps ago pitted him to change the wing, so they're trying something on the car. This is really now more for Checo, basically data gathering. It's pre-practice 2, 3 for Checo at this point. How is Joe ahead of Perez? Perez pitted. Right now. And then Clerk's setting a new fastest lap of 124.203. That's having him pull away from Hamilton. And so now we're looking at again, I mean, Clerk setting another fastest for a sector. Again, the action is going to be so Oscar has dropped back from um, Norris. He's 1.2 seconds behind. George is 1.9.34 behind, so he's still within DRS range. And Science is also within DRS range, but they're spread out. They're spread out by point almost under a second between those two. Each of us says, well, can overtake Sargent in the few races in the Constructors Championship, but he's earned actual points, and Sargent didn't. And here he comes, Russell trying to lunge again. Oscar does not have DRS, so that is a big point of contention here at the moment. I think Lando is dropping back to do so. And we are on our last lap here. We are final lap now. Sainz is stalking Russell. He's probably too far back to make a move. So here we're coming around to the hairpin of turn 6. Now, right now, we're looking at the race right now. Lando is clearly ahead. He's going to win this race. Oscar is now. What's going on here? Wait, wait. Oscar just passed Lando for the sprint win. Norris is going to take second. Russell's going to take three. Um, what? Wow. Don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's this is weird. Uh, yeah, Lando just passed Norris on the last turn going in across the line. They went 1-2. Did they do a swap? This is oh no, papaya window's out the window. Um, Oscar thanking for the teamwork. So yeah, no, this is a very so again. So as it stands right now, McLaren gets 15 points. Ferrari gets 9, so it's a 6 point gain for McLaren. So it's 623 to 593. So again, so we've gone from a starting with 24 point advantage to now a 30 point advantage going into the uh, the Grand Prix now. So where that stands is basically if McLaren scores another 14 points over Ferrari, they will be the constructors champion. So again, a crazy race, a very again Oscar passing Norris on the very last lap of the last, literally in the last few hundred meters, to take P1. Again, Oscar P1, Norris P2, Russell holds on for P3. It was in there the entire way. Just couldn't. Oscar was the master of defense in that regards. Ferrari takes P4, P5, Hamilton P6. Hulkenberg gets 2 points for uh, 2 points for the Haas team, and Verstappen picks up a point for Red Bull. So, what's the math remaining? Basically, the magic number is 44 points right now, um, and that's the number of points that you have to have above essentially the other team in order to clinch. Right now, McLaren is at 30 points, so they need another 14 points in the Grand Prix, which is very possible. They need 14 points in the Grand Prix to clinch this weekend. Red Bull just probably tumbled back much further. I don't know if they're out of contention just yet. I don't think is, but ultimately, the fight is with between McLaren and Ferrari. Honestly, Red Bull is just there in mathematical contention, but not a practical contention. I want to thank everyone who's shown up. Again, we got I think almost 5,000 of you at one point, if I remember correctly. Again, we got over 615 likes. Again, this is the race we just did a very interesting sprint race. A lot of tactical battles, a lot of again, there were some interesting things that the bot. It's interesting what happened at the back of the race. Colapino passing Perez out of the pit lane on that pit lane start. He actually getting past Joe. Checo pitting for a new wing. Being a guinea pig for some. They're testing something. That's the only reason why you pit in the way you do in that way is because you're going to test something and you're not worried. He's out of points, so it doesn't matter. Position doesn't matter. Lawson is big loser. Lost 7 spots. He started 10th, finished 16th. We got to take a look. That's something I'll probably go back and see if something happened to him or it was just a bad start. El Waxmas, $10 super chat. Thank you. Saying nicely done from Lando to Oscar. Well, thank you guys giving me kudos for commentary. It's been my pleasure again to do commentary for you. Again, this has been the sprint race. We're not done for today. Later this afternoon, about I want to say 2.5 hours, um, we will be back for the Grand Prix Quali. As far as I understand, Ryan will be back for the Quali, so I'll be done for commentary. I'll be done this. This will be my end of commentary for this weekend for me. You'll hear me again for FP1 next weekend for Abu Dhabi. So again, we've still got more action this today. If you again, once this stream ends, you'll be taken to the Quali stream. Again for the Racing Team channel. This is Grash. It's been fun between FP1, the Quali yesterday, and the sprint this morning. I will be around in chat, so I will see you guys in chat. Otherwise, have a good afternoon. Good, for the next few hours. We'll see you for Quali. Take care, everyone.